we get to see which of these guys goes down to Code A so that you can cast them again.
Yep, I thank you for putting it that way. I get to grab onto one of these two players. We did just see Parting take out Marine King 2-1. For those of you guys who tuned in a little bit late.
This group has been so good so far. This has been some of the best games that we've seen in Code S. Unbelievable play from Parting and Marine King, redefining Protoss and Terran.
Yeah, definitely so.
Would you agree that these are the best two players of the race?
Yeah.
It's hard for P to call the best P player of the race right now. Everyone's kind of like jockeying for position. I thought it was Oz like a month ago, but nowadays I really feel it's Parting.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I understand. You know, I would say it's pretty clear, but what is absolutely clear is that for TVP and PVT, these two are definitely the best players of the race for their matchups. That
no question.
So that was why watching that series was incredibly awesome and it was such a treat to see.
All right, well, now we're gonna have OGS, the STC, and Liquid TaeJa from TeamLiquid.net. And of course, look at the STC. Doesn't he look so handsome today? And the handsomernerd.com shirt.
He does.
We're going to have those on the site really soon. You can help out OGS by buying their shirts and hoodies and whatnot.
Yeah, you definitely can. I would recommend it. I also recommend talking about his hairstyle, because that hairstyle, I like.
It looks good on him.
The top of his hair looks a little bit longer, but the sides are a little bit short. Yeah. I like how he's gelled it up. It's out of control.
I actually really like it. A lot of Koreans have the same hairstyle. He's gone out on a limb.
Yeah, man. I kind of want to copy him.
You should do it. You should do it.
Maybe I will.
Just got a haircut.
I know, yeah, I got a haircut today. You look really good. Thank you. You look good too.
Karn looks the best though, man.
I wanted Karn to really get that haircut.
Karn is so handsome today, man.
He really is.
I hope someone does a Karn build.
I hope Karn goes and gets it cheerful so we can see him on camera. Here at the top, the 12 o'clock position, our red Terran player from the team OGS. He is
OGS the STC.
Look at him in the light. Looks good. Down here at the bottom, at the 6 o'clock position, we have our blue Terran player from the team Liquid. He is
Liquid TaeJa.
talking to himself a little bit. Maybe a little bit of nerves going on for him today. And we saw from TaeJa, I think, very, I guess the best way to put it is his play overall was solid, but he did show a lot of tendency to choke, make some mistakes while ahead. Sure. And however, based on what we saw, I think that TaeJa looks stronger than the STC in his games. We didn't get to see the STC play TVT yet, but yeah. TaeJa looks like the stronger player at this moment in time.
Yeah, from today's groups, I tend to agree that it did kind of look that way. But, he had to play Parting. The STC did. So
yeah. Parting's on another level.
I'm not gonna rule the STC out yet. I could see him advancing in this group. In fact, any of these three players left, Marine King, the STC, and TaeJa, they all have chances to get out of here. Absolutely.
Yeah, don't count them out yet. And we do see a gas first build coming down for the STC versus TaeJa's 1-Rax Expand. A pretty cool build. When these two builds line up, I guess the best way to say it is everything can happen. If you have really nice Banshee control, for example, and go for that, you can really shut down your opponent's economy very hard, or even go for Marines and follow things up. If you're someone who's great at defending, though, like TaeJa is, and if you shut down that harassment, you can get way ahead as a result. Usually, things don't even out very much with these two builds when they collide like this.
Yeah, I have to say that I feel like 1-Rax Expand into 3-Rax in this matchup is going to go away.
Yeah.
I really truly feel that. And not just because it's not one of those times where I'm like, hey guys, mech is the best. No, really, like, if you just watch, people that go for, like, let's say, as you just mentioned, a quick Banshee. I have not seen in so long that quick Banshee build not at least even the SCVs out
Yeah.
to the point where they have similar economies, but one player has more tech.
That's very
so
true.
It's like, it's
You can kill
it
SCVs
feels
or
like
you
that
can kill
build.
Marines.
Yeah, and it feels like that build is the 1 racks expanded to 3 racks is maybe dying off some. So
We
I don't know,
do
we'll
see the STC, of course, he went for the gas first. He's proxying his barracks, or rather his factory and his starport. On his barracks, he has made a reactor, and this kind of indicates that we may see a 1-base push out of him, getting that Marine power up from that reactor, and then following this up with how much damage he does here. He's going to find himself a little bit under fire here. Well, things are getting, well, very
Fancy
well
micro.
microed by the STC there.
Yeah, very well done. And that Marine barely lives, and he's going to want to run away because the next Marine out of there will kill him so easily. But, TaeJa is not actually going for the super fast 3 racks, which I think is going to help him out a lot here. He's actually teching up a little bit. And, in fact, getting that reactor, I wonder if he's going to go reactor to Hellions from here. I think it's just going to be Marines and into a starport. And, in fact, yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. But
yeah, this is what I'm talking about, man. He's going to rally out tanks, Banshees, and Marines with proxy bases. This is basically like a TVP build. He's going to be doing the Marine tank Banshee
It's a
all
proxy
in
1-1-1.
TVT. Yeah, that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah, it is, and it's actually really good because he's going to have the air control, or at least he should. It should be probably, I would say, 1 to 2 Banshees and then straight into Vikings.
Needs to follow with Vikings because TaeJa has gone for the double gas follow-up, which I think is the much better way to follow this up. It's the much safer way. He scans now into the main base, sees the double gas, doesn't see the factory, and with no command center in sight in the main base, he can also go and check the natural. I think he's very aware of what's going on here, and immediately starts the Viking at his starport.
Now, one thing I really want to see him start as soon as he has the gas is siege mode. He's getting the second siege tank first, which I'm fine with, but he needs to get siege mode immediately.
Yeah,
that's going to be how he holds this.
He needs to be very careful with these Marines. Every Marine he loses is so important.
Yeah, he needs that Viking immediately because now with no Marines left, the STC going to start killing way more with this Banshee than he should. Already up to 9 kills.
He's forcing repairs on the SCVs, and the Banshee may escape. 2 more shots left.
Oh, he can't lose that.
Yeah,
okay.
if he loses the Viking, he loses the game at this point.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. He has to keep that Viking. And now, it's good that he got such a quick Viking here because now he's going to have a form of air control. And
no SCVs to repair just yet. He's going to target the bunker. A very decisive move by the STC.
Yeah, very well done there indeed. But don't forget, he does have the Viking opposed to STC, who does not have a Viking. In fact, STC making another Banshee, so he's going to have a hard time actually holding on to the air.
I feel like he thought he was going to be able to target that Viking down, but the SCVs were there to repair, and now TaeJa's going to push this back, no problem. A very quick turnaround here.
And TaeJa now, I love his position. There's the proxy tech of the STC is going to be very hard to save, and using Banshees instead of any Vikings is going to give TaeJa a huge lead.
He's got the tank advantage of the Vikings. He's got 2 command centers.
Is he running from this? He has more. All right.
He wants
trying
to
to kill
save
that
the
Banshee
tank,
off.
I guess, yeah.
Not going to happen.
This is kind of weird.
Well, now the STC's in a lot of trouble. TaeJa is up in supply, and, I mean, all of his unit producing stuff is over on his side of the map. He can go make it lift off. Oh, whoa.
I don't think he saw it.
Oh, he saw a tech lab, but he didn't turn around yet. All right.
Guess he
turning
really
around,
wants to catch that tank.
And there we go. Catches that tank as it comes out.
Yeah, he may have even waited because he could get that tank for free.
That is
He might want the STC to even make another one at this point.
That's a great call, Wolf. But it looks like he's just going to go ahead and force everything to lift off. Very annoying for the STC. And in fact, I feel like a counter push could be fantastic.
Yeah, it could be fatal, in fact.
Yeah. I think that right now the STC, I don't know what he's doing with the siege tank. Ah, okay. He's going to siege up outside. Oh my god, he kills that with the Banshee in it. But he's going to siege up outside here to try to, make TaeJa stay in there, maybe slow him down. But he can actually flank with like 2 units and then kill this off so easy.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. Didn't tank with the siege tank. I thought that would have been the better choice, but either way, he does break through. Look at the supply, 54 to 37.
And he needs to bring some SCVs and just repair these siege tanks. And from there, there's no way for the STC to hold on, man.
And even if he doesn't, man, it's looking pretty desperate. It's
siege tank push is just
He literally has no units right now to defend, and the only production facility he has is 1 reactored barracks.
Yeah.
I mean, what what can he do?
You can't do anything, and especially on this map with the ramp the way it is, you can siege up and nothing can even come down it.
Yeah, and this is going to be the end.
Yeah.
I don't know why I mean, hold that thought as we're going to have an engagement here. The SCV is desperately trying to fight, but there's not enough of them.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea to go for a third command center because when you're behind, you need that third command center, sure, but if you know you're going to lose your production, why take that risk? Because you're going to die no matter what.
And look at this, landing the Vikings, utilizing them to let the Siege see if that ramp. Going to be no way for the STC to stop this. It's just a matter of time.
GG.
There we go. Wow. All right.
TaeJa turning that around really fast for the Viking. The STC making some critical mistakes trying to target that Viking down, which was being repaired. And then things spiraled out of control because he had all of his production out there. He made the fast third command center, which on the surface of things, it's like, oh, he's behind, he's got to do this. But if he has no production, literally, how can he afford to do that when his opponent has an army and he doesn't?
Yeah.
It's like he cut all the corners. He had a circle instead of a square there. He turned a square into a circle, man.
I don't know how he did that, Wolf. That was craziness. To be fair, the STC's build, if TaeJa had gone the 1 Rax expansion into 3 barracks, he would have crushed him. He would have made him look like a joke. So it was a really good build. I would almost say a build order win. And the reason I would almost say that is because it almost was.
Yeah.
And when he scanned the main base and saw nothing there, he knew what to do. He's like,
He
all right,
saw the reactor.
Viking insta, second tank insta, get that siege mode all set.
Saw the reactor on the barracks, saw nothing in the main.
2 gases as well. Perfectly placed scan by TaeJa. Perfectly placed, because it barely reached everything he needed to see to really understand what was going on.
Yeah, I really like the reactions we saw from TaeJa, and the STC with a good build. Like you said, it's almost a build order loss. If his opponent had gone for that 3 racks follow-up, he probably would have crushed him in all likelihood with good control. And we saw mostly good control from him there. The Viking is so key because without it, the Banshee just continues to kill everything.
Yeah. The Vikings, the fact that he didn't actually go for a Viking instead of a second Banshee was a bit confusing to me. I feel like the SEC really needed to switch into Vikings. Yeah, he'd be behind a little bit in Vikings, but he has Marines to help zone that out and see how that goes. But it's a hard spot, man. The build of TaeJa really was a good counter to it.
Yeah, definitely was. Our next map is going to be Daybreak. We talked a lot about this map in the previous series, but in this series it's a very different matchup. One where the center of the map is not as important as other maps. You know, there's a bunch of rocks there. If you kill those, you can hold the center, but what's more important is the watchtowers and when you can take a third base.
Is right, Wolf.
Well, we're going to jump into that game right now. The STC down a game. Can he tie up the series, or will TaeJa be taking things on to advance and not go into Code A? This is the GSL Codas with Artosis and Wolf.
I'll give it another try. I'm not zooming in, really.
Yeah, not enough zooming in. It doesn't really show